Okay, hello. So today we are going to look at multiplication involving negative numbers, and we are going to still use our algebra this. Okay, 1 and we flip over is -1. Okay, and before we start, let's get some of the key concepts. Now, 3 times 4 in primary school, you already know that this can be read as 3 groups of 4. Okay, now 3 times -4. Okay, actually I would like you to add in a bracket over here. Okay, 3 times -4, we can also consider them as 3 groups of -4. Okay, so now using this concept, 3 times -2, if I want to say in words, it will be 3 groups of -2. So it will be like this: 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups. Okay, 1 group of -2, 2 group of -2, 3 group of -2. So 3 times -2, the answer will give us as -6. Okay, so I'm going to write this down for my LGDs. I know this is -6. Okay, so far so good. Now we can look at question 2. -3 times 4. Okay, am I going to say that it is -3 groups of 4? Doesn't make sense, right? How can we have a group number that is the -3 groups? Say that, oh, there are -3 group students in this class. No, cannot. Doesn't make sense. So what can we do? We know that in primary school, if I write 2 times 1 equals to 2, if I write 1 times 2 equals to 2 also. So 2 times 1 and 1 times 2 are the same thing, right? So can I rewrite this -3 times 4? Can I write it as 4 times -3? Okay, yes, right. Yes, they are same. Okay, now we know that we can read this as 4 groups of -3. Okay, so using our LGDs, 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, and 1 more group. Okay, so I have 1 group, 2 group, 3 groups, 4 groups of -3. Okay, so altogether my answer will be -12. Okay, so from the algebra disk, I know that this is -12. Okay, even bigger problem in question 3. Now it says here the expression is -2 times -5. There's no way I can rearrange this. If I cannot read this as -2 groups of -5. Even if I rearrange it, it will be -5 groups of -2, which also cannot be done. So what are we supposed to do with that? Now you see this negative sign here and the boxes given here. Okay, now these boxes is of course the LGDs of course printed on your paper. So I'm going to show you with the 3D LGDs. Now I form 2 groups of -5 first. Okay, so I'm going to ignore this negative sign. I'm going to form 2 groups of -5. So over here I have 1 group. And I have a second group. Okay, so I have 2 groups of -5. But that is not what the question wants. The question wants -2 groups of -5. Now, if you remember from the previous video, when we realized that we are subtracting a negative number, what we do is that what do we do to the LG disk? We flip the LG disk. Okay, so now similarly, imagine that these are in the rectangular boxes, so there's a negative sign outside this rectangular box. Okay, then this row is in the second rectangular box, and there's also a negative sign outside the second rectangular box. So what do we do? The negative sign is that we're now going to flip all our LGDs. Okay, I'm going to flip them. Okay, then we realize that we will end up with 5 plus 5, 2 groups of +5, and this will give us the answer as 10. Okay, so this I'm using algebra disk to actually look for multiplication, but when you get more and more familiar with this, you realize that you won't want to use the algebra disk anymore because it's a hassle and your brain can actually work faster than that. Okay, that's all for today.